Happy New Year! It is January 1st, 2025. It is hot. It is so hot. So, currently, making a mad dash along this abandoned fire trail and hopefully drop down into a gorge, which is going to be like paradise, and hopefully out of this heat. And there'll be water, there'll be swimming, and there will be much rejoicing. So we're out here for 2 nights, and it's going to explore along this gorge. It's an area I've been to before, but last time I was here, I definitely spied some other things that I wanted to explore, and I just haven't had a chance to come back. So this is me coming back, so it should be a good trip. Oh, so this pass has been way harder to follow than I remember. It's been hard. It's been hard work. I feel like we're nearing the end of it now, but this last little section of it, difficult to follow the trail, more bush bashy than what I thought it would be. But we're dropping down into the gorge pretty steeply now, so really looking forward to jumping in for a swim. I think straight away. It's hot. It's hot. Well, that last bit was a bit precarious. Sweat in the eyeballs. But, how about that? We are bottom of the gorge. There's an awesome swimming hole right here. I'm literally gonna drop my pack on that rock there and jump in. So nice to be down here. Yeah, well, I was gonna go back out this way, but it's a little bit harder than what I thought it was. So on the fence, we will see how we go. So we've got a couple days now to explore down through here into the gorge that runs into this one as well, which I'm really keen for. But this is going to be nice. It's going to be nice. Right, I'm going to swim. It's nice to get a bit of shade. It's pretty amazing in here. It's a really beautiful part of the world. I do like coming in here. I just need to remember how much effort it takes to get in here. So we're going to head along this creek. We've got about 2 k's to go to get to somewhere where I've camped before. And that should be the goal for today. It's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, but this type of stuff, pretty slow going. Also got to be mindful that even if I do want to go fast, there tends to be lots of red-bellied black snakes along these waterways, so I've got to be mindful of that. There's really not too many places to camp in here, so as you can see by the landscape around us. So, it makes it pretty important that I get to that one spot, because off memory, it was all there's to camp. The only spot to camp in a few hours. But, it might not even be there anymore. These type of waterways change. But, I've got a pretty versatile setup with me for this trip to give me more flexibility for camping. So, hopefully we can make it all work. Should be good. It's so nice to be out of the sun. guess it was inevitable, wasn't it? Oh, I just had a snake strike at my trekking pole. Whew. Oh man. Oh. Deep breaths, deep breaths. I don't even know what kind of snake it was actually. Anyway, looking forward to getting that camp now. But it's really tiring, this stuff. But it's really pretty. It's that annoying thing where I kind of really want to pass where that snake is too, but I will find another way. Alrighty, onwards that way. Well, I am pretty tired, it's pretty exhausting, and turns out the spot I'd camped at before has actually washed away in a flood in between the last couple of times I've been here. So, it's definitely not a usable spot now, so it means that I'm going to have to push on and hope to come across anything. The spots in this place are really few and far between. There's a little cave back there that I could try and set up a bug net in, but it's not super pleasant, but could be an option. But yeah, and push on a little bit more and see if I can find anything before I start losing out on the light. Feel a little bit of time up my sleeve though. Well, I've reached the junction of the gorge that I wanted to go up and explore. So it puts me a little bit ahead of where I want it to be, but you know, I feel it's really unlikely I'm going to come across any places to camp up there either. So for setup tonight, I've just got like a bug net and a tarp, but I've also got a hammock as well. So I'm looking for either some flat ground or, you know, a couple living trees with nothing in between them that I can put a hammock in. So far, it's either been dead trees or, you know, a ton of undergrowth in between the trees. So no opportunities to set up anything yet beyond that really small cave, which I couldn't set anything up, so it'd just be a cowboy camp, which not super keen on, but we'll see how it goes. It's a bit of an adventure. It's a bit of golden hour stuff happening on back behind us. You know, that's pretty cool. Yeah, have sticky beak around this junction here. Watch all the lizards and snakes, and then push on up this side creek and try my luck up there. See how we go. I'm getting pretty tired though. I think that's probably more of a factor than anything else. So I'm moving slower, a bit more unsteady on my feet. So see what happens. It's an adventure. Alrighty, so camp's all set up. Got the tarp up. I might fold that half back. You know, it looks pretty clear. So hammock perched over the boulder. Awesome swimming hole just down here. I'm gonna go jump in the water for the sun sets and starts to get a bit of chill to it. I'm still really hot, really worn out from today. just smashed the hydrolyte. Now I can relax that this is done. I'm gonna go fall in the water and cool off. It's a pretty beautiful spot down there. I mean, the whole spot in general is really pretty. Really pretty. Hard yards, hard yards. Oh, it's a pretty exhausting day. I mean, or half day. It started pretty late in the afternoon, but knackered. That heat really took it out of me. I still feel too hot to even cook or anything like that, so I'm just having one of my lunches, like a tuna thing, because I just couldn't bear cooking anything hot, like a freeze-dried thing, or just absolutely smoked. So I have one of these. Already had a hydrolyte. I might have a second one. Smash down some more water. I mean, beautiful part of the world though. Yeah, absolutely beautiful. We got a nice little hang with a hammock there. Kind of glad I brought it. Like, thought potentially we run into this problem where just can't find a spot to camp because so few and far between down here, and the one spot I thought I knew of isn't there anymore. So it's interesting that floodwaters just washed away that little sandbank. These tuna things are pretty good though. Can't always find them in the supermarkets, but buy a ton of them whenever I do. So I guess plan for tomorrow will be backtrack a couple 100 meters back up to where that junction from the other creek was, and then we'll explore up there. Really keen to have a look up there. It looks interesting. I've checked it out on Google Earth, done all the usual things, so kind of curious to see what it's like up there. Somewhere new. I wonder if all this mic does is just mean you hear me chew better. Definitely not a cooking channel, but we go to some nice spots, nice views. But I think I'm just gonna finish off this, another hydrolyte, top up on some water, set up my sleeping bag and stuff like that, and then I'm just gonna get in bed and lay there for 12 hours or more, as long as I can, and recharge. And so we might leave it there. All right, good night. Good morning. Oh man, I'm tired today. Yeah, a bit of a... I didn't get the best night's sleep. We struggled a little bit to get comfy in the hammock. I don't think they put the hang quite right for where we are. It's a little bit awkward to get to where the trees are and whatnot here. So, but we worked with what we had. But it's a little bit overcast today by the look of it, and so definitely going to be cooler, which is nice. Tiny little bit of rain overnight, so I had to jump up and just rig up the second half of the tarp. But, man, I look forward to coffee and I'm tired. Alright, so we are on our merry way this morning. We are now in new territory for me, and it's pretty cool so far. It's pretty cool so far. It's definitely going to be really slow going though. Lots of rock hopping, lots of boulder hopping and scrambling and all that kind of stuff. And just picking the right way through this. So means, yeah, it's going to take our time, but really looking forward to this one. So yeah, I feel like I came past here a couple of years ago. I think it was a lace monitor. I feel like I came past here a couple of years ago and thought this looked pretty cool, so it's been on my mind to come back. So yeah, let's see what we get. This is a pretty amazing place. You really get the feeling that no one comes here. You know, I mean, the main gorge here was a bit off the beaten track. And this one here is off that track. So, yeah, I've not seen. It's been nice. I've not seen any rubbish. I've not seen any footprints. I've not seen anything through here. So, it's pretty cool. Really. We're really lucky to have these places to explore. Wow, look at that. It's like coal or something. I'm not a geologist, but check that out. That's pretty cool. It's like a big coal seam. What a pretty spot. Well, this surely has to be the first swimming hole of the day. It's becoming more and more like a canyon. I have to see how much friction there is on that rock up there. I'm not 100% sure I can get up and over that. And if I can, I've got to be able to get back down it. So yeah, I have to think about that. It's pretty stunning though. It's pretty stunning. Alright, so I've had a good long look at this this little scramble here again, and yeah, I've had a swim and taken my time and enjoyed being here. And I think for this trip, I don't feel like I want to do this this down climb again. I'm a little bit anxious about it. Getting up is fine, but if you've done any bouldering, then sometimes reversing a mantle off the top of a boulder can be really tricky. And being out here on my own, slippery rock, stuff like that, I think I'm just going to give it a miss. And the main part of the problem is that there's not a clear edge to stand on, so relying on friction for a section of this where you're just smearing your foot on a slopey bit of rock and then committing everything to that. And under the circumstances, maybe not today. Another day might be a different story, but I think once is enough. I kind of wished I'd explored a little bit more while I was up on the upper parts of this canyon, and while I was up there, and I wish I'd taken the video camera, but I think it is what it is for this trip. It's a pretty nice part of the world, so chances are I'll be back at some point, and maybe that'll be a different story. But for now, I think we're gonna head back into the main gorge. We've got enough time that I probably could cut the trip a day short and make it all the way back to the car. So knowing how tricky it is to find spots to camp, that might end up being the case. I'm going to go back the way we came, look for a spot to camp closer to near where I entered the gorge, and if I can't find one, maybe we just go out a day early, and I should have enough time to do that. So yeah, that's the plan. This is a pretty beautiful spot though. The water was freezing cold, it was great. So I feel a little bit refreshed and ready to head back out. Well, I've located the spot I came in, which was actually a little harder than I thought. I actually walked past it, but I knew that I hadn't passed that overhang, so backtracked a little. And now we're gonna head up in through here. So this is the way that I came in. Quick check, make sure I didn't leave anything behind. So I've just smashed lunch. I'm not sure this is the way, because it was steep and difficult to get in, and nearly on, I don't know, maybe it's maybe it's an animal track or something like that, but the bush is really thick here, so maybe you can see there, but anyway, that's what we're going up through. Yeah, it's tricky to come down. I'm hoping actually going up is going to be easier because it's so steep. I'll get through this here. Eventually we'll then relocate the abandoned fire trail, which is really overgrown at this end, and then hopefully that'll start to open up. Well, not hopefully, it will open up a little bit, and then the rest of the walking should be pretty straightforward. I can't film this is impossible. But so yeah, this is the end of our trip in the gorge, and now hopefully we don't get too lost on trying to find the fire trail. So there we go. That was really unpleasant. It's like hands and knees to get up there. Well, hands and knees and bush bashing. Anyway, it's a bit easier now. Oh man, it's hard work. Really hard to follow that trail. So overgrown. But I found the afternoon tea spot, tables and chairs. I sit down, have a breather. Oh, wow. It's all easy going from here. I'm pretty chuffed to be here. Perfect table. well, pretty smooth sailing from here on out. We fought our way through the bushfire regrowth, which is really taxing, especially in this humidity and heat. So it's but it's been a rewarding trip to experiment some different things, explore some new places. But it's definitely hard yards, I think. So hiking in heat and humidity is really tough. So got to be really mindful of hydration, and also having electrolytes and things like that to replenish all the salts you're sweating out. So so it makes it all a bit more tiring, I guess, but still good to be out in nature. It's been a while since I've been able to get out here, so I think I've been definitely feeling the effects of not being able to get outside. So thanks for tagging along, and we'll see you on the next one. Ciao. Well, on the main trail I thought we were done with snakes, but I was fumbling around with my phone trying to text Christy, and then I dropped my trekking pole and it nearly landed on a snake. Oh dear.